Hey everyone, it is High here, bringing another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be discussing the brand new Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, which is a Dokkan Festival exclusive and a global first that's going to be dropping in just a few days. We know some about this unit, some stuff, not that much. So we're going to do some speculation, some predictions about the leader skill and the passive skill and see how close I get when this unit comes out. So with that, if you are new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Join the road to 50,000. Hopefully we'll reach that by the end of the year, so hopefully you guys can help me out on that. And always a shout out to DBZ Space and the Dokkan Wiki for info and images provided. Let's go ahead and jump into what we know so far about the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken unit. It is going to be a dual category leader, and one of the categories is going to be Universal Survival Saga. The other one we don't know. We'll speculate in that in a bit. And then we know its active skill that was in a sense leaked out in game after the update. I'm pretty sure they didn't want to do that, so we know the active skill, but we don't know the stats, we don't know the leader skill, passive skill, and that's really what we're going to be discussing and predicting and speculating from this video. So let's go ahead and start by talking about the leader skill. The leader skill is so important, of course, to any unit. I ended up taking 3 units from JP that we haven't got on global yet, and really kind of say, okay, is it going to follow these patterns or maybe something else? But I think it's going to fall into one of these 3 leader skills, and that's either going to be the fusion or the fuse Kame Piccolo, the future Gohan, or the final form Cooler. So in my opinion, if it's going to fall into the Piccolo leader skill, I think it's going to be really strong. However, I think if they're going to make it really hype, it has to really fall into the Gohan and the Cooler leader skill. So if it was the Piccolo leader skill, what it would look like would be something like this. It'll probably end up being Universal Survival Saga, Ki +4, HP and attack defense 170%. Now, a lot of people are down on Universal Survival Saga getting another leader. However, if you don't realize, they don't have a 170% leader. It only has a 150% leader in Hit and Jiren. So having a 170% leader, especially across the board and +4 to Ki, would be really strong. Now, a lot of people think because of the active skill that Representatives of Universe 7 is going to be the secondary leader skill. In this case scenario, I put Kamehameha, but of course there are going to be other options here. It could be a new category. It could be Realm of Gods, Goku Family, Transformation Boost Pure Saiyans. But the reason why I did not put Representatives of Universe 7, because it doesn't make any sense for Representatives of Universe 7 to be in the same category leader as Universal Survival Saga, because all of the Representatives of Universe 7 is on the Universal Survival Saga. So it would just be better if it just had one leader skill. So that's why I think it's the secondary leader skill, the 150, if it's going to fall into that the pattern of Piccolo, is going to be either a new category, Realm of Gods, Goku Family, Transformation Boost Pure Saiyans, or Kamehameha. So those are, my speculation predictions if it goes with the Piccolo leader skill. Now, the other leader skills, it's going to also, in my opinion, fall into the either Gohan or Cooler. I don't think they'll go with the Cooler because it's already a strength unit, and Cooler's already a strength unit. I think it's going to follow more on the transforming future Gohan, and if it follows that, it's going to look something like this. I would think it's going to have a new category. In this case, I just put Limit Breaker. There could be a multitude of different options here. I put like Desperation, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan All Out, and Genki Dama. I'll talk about those in just a second. But if they're going to do the dual category 170% leader, I chose the HP and attack 170% with defense 130 versus the Cooler version of HP 130 and attack and defense 170. So the new category is going to be the question mark, right? What is the new category? Because if you look at all 3 of these units, it did introduce a new category. One was Rivals with Piccolo, the other one was Master-Student Bond for Gohan, and then Conquest of Terror for Cooler. So it would make sense that a new category will, should be introduced in the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. So what is it? I put Limit Breaker. Limit Breaker is basically units that has broken its limits, like a Evolution Vegeta, like Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and Vegeta. Namek Goku could be one. Things like that. Desperations could be units that are kind of on their last leg, their final hurrah, like Patara Fusion, things of that nature. Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan would be the most limited out of them, and they might do something like that because limitations with a ridiculous leader skill like Universal Survival Saga at 170 is very powerful. All Out's kind of the same thing as Limit Breaker, I guess. And Genki Dama would be maybe individuals that have used, because of his active skill has the Spirit Bomb on there, maybe has used the Genki Dama, or has been affected by the Genki Dama, like maybe Kid Buu and Frieza and all these other units that have been attacked and been hit by a Genki Dama, Saiyan Saga Vegeta, or people that have actually used it like a Goku or the Rebound Kid Gohan, things like that. So that could be a category as well, but who knows? Well, the speculation there, of course you guys can comment on the comment section below on what you guys think the new category will be, but I think it's going to be highly likely it's going to be a new category. So I'm going to choose the later one, the Limit Breaker, Universal Survivor Saga, HP, attack 170% and defense 130 as my choice of what I'm going to be predicting what this leader skill is going to be. So if it's going to fall into the Cooler or the Gohan, those units are pretty ridiculous, because I call those units dual category passive support leaders. And what I mean by that, we're going to take a look at now the passive skill here. I ended up kicking out Piccolo because I didn't think we were going to get his leader skill, so I ended up putting the Android 13. So these are the 3 units on JP right now that are the dual category passive support leaders. I have to come up with a different name for that because that's pretty long, but what it is it's of course dual category, and it has a ridiculous support typically to the secondary leader skill at 30% to attack and defense. And all 3 of them have this ability here. So some of them a little bit more restricted than others, like a Cooler there with only 1 enemy. But yeah, I think all 3 of these units are just OP, and this is going to be the future meta. Now, if Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku does get the passive support leader, then this will be absolutely the best TUR in the global version of the game, and it'll be worth every penny summoning for this unit here, because it will be really ahead of its time, before Gohan does release. So, and who knows when that's going to happen. So yeah, so let's see what it would look like. And this is, I think I made it a little bit too OP, but you know what, why not? This is a speculation, it's for fun anyway. So here's what I ended up choosing here. So I said, it's everybody's kind of around the 100 to attack and defense to start off with. Android 13 ended up getting 130, but let's just stick with 100. So attack and defense 100%. I added this little extra on here. In the Dokkan Now stream, they said this is going to be an attack-oriented unit, so I ended up adding attack plus 59%, being a Goku, within the same turn after receiving an attack. So that's not too overly OP, right? It has to be activated within that turn, it has to be hit first in the first position, and then it would just hit ridiculously hard afterwards. So I think that's fair. It's not overly crazy, but yeah, if you do get hit first and you get all these buffs along with that, this unit's going to hit extremely hard. So the secondary leader skill, which I chose, remember, was Limit Breaker and then Universal Survival Saga as a secondary, is going to have the category allies will have +1 a key. Universal Survival Saga links up really well, so I just put 1 a key and then attack and defense 30%, just like everyone else. Then I added something a little bit extra. Knowing that I know Representative Universe 7 really isn't a part of in a sense, the category leader, I just wanted to add something a little bit extra here. So I put Representatives of Universe 7 category allies, attack plus 5% for every Representatives of Universe 7 category ally on the team, up to 20%. So there's a reason why I ended up doing that, because of this little active skill, right? So this active skill is really the reason why I ended up putting that on here. So the active skill, you also need to have, in a sense, 4 units, because you have to have with another 3 or more Representatives of Universe 7. So I think that works out. Now, if it doesn't have Representative Universe 7, maybe we can add in, some of these other categories here, Kamehameha, Realm of Gods, Goku family, stuff like that as an additional buff. But you know what? Maybe we don't even need it, but it would be really, really nice. So that's what my prediction is going to be. I think it's a little bit OP, but I think it's doable. I think it's doable on there. So let's go ahead and take a look at, in a sense, the overall unit and break it down that way. So it is going to be the final superpower Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Kaioken. And once again, it is Kaioken in parentheses, thus being able to run with Easy A Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken when that guy comes out. It's that duo, that tandem is going to be just crazy. Leader skill, I chose Limit Breaker or Universal Survival Saga category key +3. Attack and HP and attack and 170% and defense 130. Super attack is Kamehameha Kaioken times 10. Because it's a Kaioken, this is where probably I shouldn't have put any additional attack buffs, because Raise's attack is on here. So infinite SA boost multiplier. Raises attack and causes immense damage to enemy. And then I did add the sacrificing 5% HP, because the active skill, you do need to get under 59 HP to activate that, and this will in a sense help a little bit. So the passive skill is All Out Saiyan. This is the crazy one that I talked about here. Attack and defense 100%, attack 59% within the same turn after receiving an attack. I think that's not too bad. Universal Survival Saga, category allies, key +1, attack and defense 30%. Representatives of Universe 7, category allies, +5% to every for every Universal Survival or Representatives Universe 7 category ally on the team, up to 20%. Active skill, Spirit Bomb of Universe 7, causes ultimate damage to an enemy and raises allies attack +30%. Man, if you can get this off with all the other buffs, I think this thing will work out pretty well. So this will be for one turn and can be activated when HP is 59% or below, with another 3 or more, meaning this unit here plus 3 other Representative Universe 7 allies on the team once only. Link skills. So the link skills is actually really, really nice here. I did take out Shocking Speed. I actually didn't know which one to take out, Overview Flash or Shocking Speed. I ended up just keeping Overview Flash, but you can, it might actually end up being Shocking Speed on here and not Overview Flash. But Super Saiyan, Warrior Gods, Kamehameha, Prepare for Battle, Overview Flash, Tournament of Power, and Fierce Battle. And if you're running this on a Universal Survival Saga team, that Tournament of Power is all you need. That's going to be +3. And then having Kamehameha, Warrior Gods, and Super Saiyan buff up on attack. Yeah, this unit's just getting a little bit more crazier and crazier as I think about it. So categories will be Realm of Gods, Pure Saiyans, Full Power, Representatives of Universe 7, Goku's Family, Kamehameha, and then that new category, whether it's Limit Breaker or whatever it's going to be. That's a lot of categories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then on JP, it would fall into a Master and Student Bond as well. So yeah, this unit's crazy. So stats. Here's what the stats I ended up just keeping it good, but not, I don't think, crazy OP like 17,000 or 18,000 when it comes to attack. I put 16,000, almost 16.5 on here. And the defense is pretty strong at over 11,000. As you can see, all of them end with 59. It's a Goku thing. And HP is 15,759 there. So I think this could be doable. If this was the unit, would you guys summon for him? I would, of course. This would probably be the best TUR in the game if it looked like this. But let's talk about what the teams would look like. So I just kind of threw together 2 different teams. If you just ran a Universal Survival Saga team, which this is probably where it's going to go to, and when Kayla Khalifa comes out, which should be a few weeks after this banner comes out here, or maybe a week after, look at this team. Look at this team. It's pretty strong, because you already have LR Freeku on this as well. Then you have LR Kayla Khalifa, and then you have this TUR, and then yeah, this is gonna be crazy strong. And then Limit Breaker, like I said before, you can have the Super Saiyan 4s on there. You can have Planet Namek Goku. You have transforming Super Saiyan Gohan. He limit breaks into Super Saiyan 2, of course. But look at this team, right? I would have to take like this Vegeta out here and maybe put in an android 17 or a Vegeta on here to get the extra boost, right? So to get the active skill, because in this case scenario there's only there's only 2 representatives of Universe 7 units on here. So anyway, so those are the 2 teams that, you know, like I said, if these were actual teams that you can actually build, they're just ridiculously strong. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Comment on the comment section below. Put your stats down if you want to. I think this is reasonable, a little bit OP, but this is what JP is kind of leaning toward right now with these passive support leaders. So yeah, with that, this is my speculation video, and let's see how close I get to the real thing. But thank you all for watching. If you are new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below. Hopefully we hit that 50,000 by the end of the year. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. Later.